Every Christian youth must ask himself a soul-searching question. What will I do with my life? Much like Christian youth today, a young man named Timothy was faced with the decision about what to do with his life. Timothy lived in the 1st century. His home was evidently a town called Lystra in the Roman province of Galatia. Timothy's godly mother Eunice and believing grandmother Lois raised him to love and serve Jehovah. However, Timothy's father was an unbeliever, and as such would likely have promoted the goals offered by the Roman world. Like young ones today, Timothy would undoubtedly have been subjected to the influence of instructors who would promote worldly philosophy. What would he do with his life? A significant event in Timothy's life was the visit of the Apostle Paul. In time, Lois, Eunice, and Timothy all became Christians. Little did Timothy realize how profound an influence Paul would have on his life. By the time Paul returned to Lystra, Timothy had grown into a well-respected young man. Paul chose him to be his traveling companion. Timothy greatly benefited from Paul's training. In time, Timothy himself qualified to serve as a traveling overseer. After years of association together, Paul and Timothy were separated. Paul had been arrested and sentenced to death. Before his execution, Paul wrote Timothy a final letter. By the time Timothy received it, Paul may already have been executed. His final admonition to Timothy: keep your senses in all things. Do the work of an evangelizer. Fully accomplish your ministry. Like young Timothy, Christian youths today face a choice: whether to use their lives in vain pursuits or in the service of Jehovah.
Well, I always loved to run. I guess it started when I was little. I'd race all the kids in the neighborhood. When I got older, I'd run just to clear my mind. Running just seemed to come natural to me. In high school, running on the track team became the most important thing in my life. But in the spring of my junior year, some things were happening that took my mind off my game.
Go! Go! Wake up, Andre!
My mother and grandmother had become Jehovah's Witnesses. I wasn't baptized yet, but I knew it was the truth. The more I learned about the truth, the more I questioned how important running should be in my life.
Andre, everything okay?
Yeah, good. Everything's great.
Fell asleep at the wheel back there. Lost a lot of time.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I expect a lot more from my star sprinter. You seem distracted. It's not about me pulling you from the winter invitational, is it?
No, Coach, that's
You know
ancient
how
history.
strict the school is about letting students compete with an injury? Insurance, liability.
Coach, that's not it, really. Look, I did zone out, but it won't happen again, I promise.
That's what I wanted to hear, Andre. Thursday, after school, we'll do some extra work on that blind pass.
Yeah, sure. Oh, man, rain check, Coach. Sorry, I got my meeting.
Meeting? Andre, we've got an invitational next week and the divisional in 3 weeks. And besides, you've missed them before.
I know, but this is different. I have an assignment. I'm giving a talk.
A talk. Last time it was something else.
No, Coach, this is important to me.
Look, your religion is your business, but this team is mine. If you want to run, I need 100%. I need you to focus. Something you've had real trouble with lately. Look, Andre, if you win the divisional meet, you'll go to state. There'll be a dozen college scouts with big fat scholarships lined up to meet you.
Coach, you know I want to
Here's
win,
your
but...
chance to prove to yourself that you've got what it takes. Your teammates are counting on you, Andre. Look, you do your thing Thursday night if it's that important to you. But you're mine after that. Got it?
Got it.
Now hit the showers.
Sure thing, Coach. Coach Clark knew how badly I wanted to win. And he was right. I was distracted. That week, I was giving my first talk on the Theocratic Ministry School. I'd known about it for a while, but I had been so busy with track practice, I hadn't even started on it. As a shadow of the good things to come, but not the very substance of the things. Men can never with the same sacrifice. With only a couple of days left, the pressure was on to get it done. Even so, I was having trouble focusing on that too.
Yo, Dre. I was wondering where you were.
Oh, hey, Berto.
Man, you're becoming a regular monk or something.
Just doing some reading, that's all.
Maybe you should do some reading on how to take off when I hit my mark.
Like you never messed up. Besides, I made up the lost time.
Come on, man. It's like your head's not in the game anymore. Ever since you started hanging out at that church.
Kingdom Hall.
Whatever. It's like you've been going through changes or something. I mean, when was the last time we just hung out? You always got some lame excuse.
Look, everything's okay between you and me, really. I just got a lot going on, that's all. Berto, trust me. We're gonna win.
We better, for 2 good reasons. Reason number 1, college scholarships. You need it, and you know I need it.
What's reason number 2?
Our pictures on the cereal box.
After we win the gold at the Olympics, right?
Got that right. After the Olympics, right?
Hey, Mom. Hey, Grandma. Chicken looks great, Mom.
Andre, don't you owe me an explanation?
I'm sorry, Mom. Practice just ran late.
Again?
Well, like Dad says, practice makes perfect.
Do they have to work you so hard? You barely have time for anything else.
Like that talk you had this week.
Hey, Dad.
Hi, Will.
Hi, honey.
Hey, son. Hey, Grandma. Hey, hon.
How was work?
Not one of my better days. My new website kept crashing.
Dad, we worked on that blind pass today. It needs a little work, but I think we're real close. Oh, and the 100-meter sprint? They may as well give me the trophy now.
Oh, that sounds great, son.
Yeah, Coach Clark is a little worried, but I think if we can ace the Invitational next week, then a divisional in 3 weeks is in the bag.
Oh, divisional in 3 weeks. Andre, I'm not gonna be able to make it. I'm gonna be out of town with some investors that week.
Oh, no big deal, Dad.
I know you're disappointed. I'm gonna make it up to you. I know how hard you trained for this.
Maybe a little too much training.
How's that?
Well, I think it's too much for him. He hardly has time to eat, and I know that it's affecting his grades.
My grades are okay.
Okay? Andre, okay isn't good enough. Once you're in the business world, you have to be better than everyone else, or you'll get eaten alive.
Dad, I just got a lot going on, that's all. Practice, tests, and all that.
Let's see. Practice, tests. Aren't you leaving something out? What about all the time you spend going to those meetings?
But you said it was okay for me to go.
If
it didn't interfere with school.
Right.
Honey, I don't think that going to the Kingdom Hall is the problem.
No, Dad, it's just that Coach Clark has stepped up our training.
Andre, if you try to do it all, something's going to suffer. You're going to have to start being more responsible, son.
Will, this Thursday, Andre's going to do something very responsible. He's going to give a talk in front of 100 people at our congregation.
Well, I don't see how that's going to help him do better in school. Or anywhere else, for that matter.
Well, he's learning how to communicate, to teach. These are skills that can help Andre in whatever he chooses to do.
Honey, why don't you come to his talk and see for yourself?
Yeah, Dad, you don't have to stay for the whole meeting.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. We all had an understanding, right? This is not my religion, it's yours. No offense, son. I will not go to the Kingdom Hall. Not now, not ever. Understand?
Honey, I just thought that
Now, if you don't
good
mind, I would like to finish my dinner in peace.
Andre, honey, can I come in?
Oh, hi, Mom. Sure, come on in.
I brought you something.
Thanks, Mom.
Looks like you're working on your talk.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Andre, your dad loves you very much. He's had a hard time out there, and he doesn't want you to have the same struggles or make the same mistakes. Neither do I. But your grandmom and I, we have another concern. I know your dad supports your running, and I'm trying not to interfere. I don't want anything to become more important than your relationship with Jehovah.
Can I love running and Jehovah?
Do you remember what Jesus said? You cannot slave for two masters. You'll end up loving one and hating the other. Son, I know with Jehovah's help, you will make the right decision.
Well, I better get this talk finished.
I know you'll do a good job, honey.
And he shrinks back, my soul has no pleasure in him. Now we are not the sort that shrink back to destruction, but the sort that have faith to the preserving alive of the soul. Christians are runners. Runners in the race for life. We must have endurance to finish that race. Runners in a long-distance race often eat a lot of carbohydrates the night before. Like a long-distance runner, we can build up a reserve of spiritual strength by feeding on spiritual food. This will help us to run the race with endurance and to gain the prize of everlasting life.
And again, great job on your talk tonight.
Hey, we're looking forward to your next one.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Good evening, Andre.
Oh, hello, Brother Fleisig.
That was your first talk. A real milestone. You did an excellent job.
Thanks, Brother Fleisig.
Your illustration about eating carbohydrate. Very effective.
Well, I guess talking about running comes pretty easy to me.
So I've heard. You know, I was into sports myself when I was young.
You were?
Don't let this cane fool you, young man. When I was your age, I had dreams of swimming in the Olympics.
Really? I never knew that.
Perhaps someday I will tell you about it. Say, I was wondering, do you know of an energetic young man who could help me with a small project around the house?
Sure, Brother Fleisig, I'd be happy to help. I could come by Saturday after practice.
Wunderbar. I'm looking forward.
Now, I knew that
to
Brother
seeing you
Fleisig
then.
had been an elder for years, and he had even been a circuit
you bring
overseer.
yourself.
So I was a little nervous. I actually thought about canceling. But I decided to keep my word and help him out that day. I'm glad that I did.
Okay, you two, it's getting late. Come on inside. I just made a fresh pitcher of lemonade. Don't give me a hard time. You know you have to take your medicine.
Ah, medicine is for sick people. I've never felt better in my life.
You know better. You really push yourself too hard sometimes.
I don't pay you to lecture me.
You don't pay me at all, Dad. Now, take your medicine, please. I have to get home. Jack and I have that new Bible study tonight.
Bist du jetzt zufrieden?
Danke, Papi. Now, you two enjoy yourselves. Don't let him keep you too late, Andre.
Bye, Sister Sanders.
Andre, when I heard you talk the other night, I thought to myself, this young man has potential. Excellent illustrations. By the way, did you use the index when you researched your talk?
What index?
Ah, the index is like a map to hidden treasures. You just have to know how to use that map. Can you see that dark red book over there?
This one here?
Yes, please. Have a seat. The light, please. This is a Watchtower Publication Index. In it, you find different subjects in alphabetical order. Let's say, for example, that you want information on endurance. Do you see all the subheadings under endurance?
Yeah, lots. Adversity, cultivating, David, Jehovah, Jesus Christ, modern-day witnesses.
Now, under each subheading, you see a list of references. Now, to find out what these abbreviations mean, you just turn to the front of the index And here you have them. And you know, there's another interesting feature. For example, you read a Bible text and you want to know what is the meaning of it.
We had a race with a local school that week, and the divisional meet was getting closer. So the coach was really stepping up the pressure.
All right, back kicks. All right, a little quicker there, Andre. Hey! A little sloppy there, Baker and Jones. All right, reset. Stretch it over, on your feet.
Here you go. Some more paint, my friend.
Thank you.
By the way, I didn't see you at the meeting on Thursday night. I was concerned you had taken sick.
Oh, no. It's because the divisional meet is just 2 weeks away. The coach is really pushing us hard.
It takes a lot to be a winner, doesn't it? How far do you think you'll go with your running?
I've always dreamed of running in the Olympics, but I don't know if I'm good enough for that. I'll probably get a scholarship to a good university, get a good job. I'd be pretty happy with that.
Ah, education, a good job. It's wise to think about these things. What sort of spiritual goals do you have?
Oh, you mean like getting baptized? I definitely plan on doing that, when I'm ready.
Ah, excellent. Baptism opens the door to a life of service to Jehovah. Have you ever thought about the many opportunities open for a young man like you? Bethel service, pioneering, ministerial training school?
Me? I don't know if I'm cut out for any of that, Brother Fleissig. It's not a requirement, is it?
Requirement? No. But Jehovah does require that we give him our best.
Well, how do you know what your best is?
The coach says you are the best runner on the team. Why does he think that?
I know I'm fast, because I work really hard at it. I take it very seriously.
Ah, now, suppose you start missing practice. You are distracted by other things. The day of the big race comes, and you finish in last place. How would the coach feel then?
He would not be happy.
And why?
Well, he knows what I can do, what I'm capable of. I guess he'd know I wasn't giving it my best. Coach, you want to see me?
Hey, Andre. Come on in, son.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, fine. It's an old injury acting up again, that's all.
How'd it happen?
My junior year in college. I was practicing for the conference finals. I was coming around the curve and my knee goes out. I go down like a sack of potatoes.
So you didn't get to run in the finals?
Oh, I got to run all right. I got some real strong painkiller. A lot of guys use that stuff.
Wish I had that for the Winter Invitational.
Yeah, right. As soon as the school found out I let you run with an injury, I'd be out of a job. Anyway, stuff worked all right. I won the race.
But your leg got messed up.
A couple surgeries. Painkillers from time to time. But I tell you what, Dempster, I don't regret it a bit. I finally got to taste what being a winner is all about.
Coach, I know why you wanted to see me.
Because your performance today was less than stellar?
Something like that.
No, that's not why. Go on and have a seat.